Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Monday, where every Monday I post a new video. But before I get into this video, I want to take the time out to thank you all for the warm support that y'all gave me during the time of me losing my father in about a week ago, and that's why you haven't been seeing any videos. I was traveling for the funeral, and then yeah, I'm back home now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this video. But thank you so much for just taking the time out of your day to tell me sorry for my loss. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so during the time that I was away, I was getting messages, and they were asking me if I can show them how I made this little puppy here, and it's very similar to what I did when I used the 2 containers. But yeah, so basically what you're gonna need is a container like this, and you can get this at Dollar Tree. You can get this type of container. Tang come in it if you're familiar with Tang or Kool-Aid, and if you don't have this type of container, you can use a coffee container. It honestly does not matter what container you use. You can pretty much use anything you get your hands on. So yeah, I'm going to use this one. So you're going to need a container, an X-Acto knife, bling if you decide that you wanted to use that. I'm going to be using pink ribbon, and you're going to need scissors. Also, you're going to need faux fur, and you can get it at Walmart, and it comes in white only. Well, this is the only color I could find at my Walmart was white. So I dyed it a couple different colors. I dyed it this color, which is gray and black. I'm just getting that out of the way. And then I went ahead and dyed it. This is a grayish color. You can't hardly tell on camera, but this is gray. And when I went to visit family after the funeral, I went to Walmart and I got some in this color. Now you can find it in other colors, but for me, I can only find it in white, and I have to dye it. So I was so happy that I could find this color when I went to Ohio. So you're going to need this. And you're also going to need pink and black for felt. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can get started. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but you're going to need hot glue and glue sticks also. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead, and I already cut and measured. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut and measure, and then you're just going to wrap this around your container. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some hot glue down right here, and you want to use a good amount. Stick your container here, and I'm just going to slide it down because I really want it close to the edge. And we're just going to add a little more. And like I said, I did a video on dogs already, but I got a lot of people asking me about wanting another video on how I made it. So I decided to just go ahead and do a tutorial on it. So basically all we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and line this up. I'm just going to put my hot glue on, and we're just going to go ahead and roll. And you want to pull tight as you roll. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put some hot glue here. Grab another glue stick. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and you're just going to fold it over just like this. So now we have our whole container wrapped, and you don't have to worry about this part up here because we're going to take care of that too. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit down through here to just glue this like this, because you want it to be able to set flat. So this is what I'm doing. And there we have it. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this over it. So I'm just putting a generous amount of hot glue down through there, and I'm just going to tuck it in on itself, just to close the top. And if you want to do this without the top being closed, just don't go all the way around it. Just leave the top open. And if y'all want to see a video on a dog like this, where the lid can be removed, just let me know, and I'll do a video on that as well. So now we have that closed here, and I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little more hot glue. So we're going to put that here like that, and we're just going to close it. So this is what we have. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give our little guy or girl some ears. So we're going to grab our X-Acto knife, because you don't want to cut this type of fur with scissors, or the little pieces will get all over the place. So I'm going to cut here. And I'm just going to cut it again, which this is giving me 2 pieces. Now we have 2, and I'm just going to see how I want these to go on. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a little off, and be very careful when working with anything sharp, especially an X-Acto knife. I've cut myself a couple times with one. Okay, I got a little piece of a string, but it's okay. Actually, I got a little piece of a string here, and I'm just going to use my scissors to cut that. So we got that cut off. So we're going to go ahead and glue our ears in place. So we're going to put some hot glue. And then we're just going to stick that on. And we're going to do the same thing here. So hot glue. And we're just going to go ahead and tuck that right here, like that. And now we have our ears right here. Now I'm going to take another piece of that, and I am just going to go ahead and I'm just going to strip it, just give it a little strip. So we're just going to cut. And I am going to cut here. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut this way. Okay, and I think I want to make that piece a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to cut again, because this is going to be the little hair sticking up that we put the bow in. So we have that cut. Set this out the way. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and fold this over and put a little bit of hot glue. And you're just going to fold like this. Pinch it together. And we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit here. Fold that like that. And this is what we have. And I'm going to go ahead and take my X-Acto knife and we're just going to cut a little bit off. And now we're going to bring our little dog back. And we're going to see about where we want it. So as you can see, I have a little opening here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue in there. And we're just going to seal that up. I got this here. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And we're just going to fold it up. Just like that. And then we're just going to stick that here. So let's turn this. So I'm putting a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of this. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick that anywhere you want on your doggy's head. And I'm just using a little bit of pressure to make sure I'm holding everything together. So now you see we have some sticking up right there. And I'm just going to add a little hot glue there. And we're just going to stick this down. Hold it for a little bit. And then here's the time if you want to make that stick up. There you go. So now I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to make a bow. So I'm just going to cut a piece. And I'm just going to fold it over like this. Now, as I mentioned before, I am not the best person at making bows, but it gets the job done. So I got here's my little bow. And I'm just going to cut it at an angle here. And we're going to do the same thing here. And I'm just going to cut a little more off. And this is what we have. Our little bow. So now you're going to decide on where you want to put it. And so I'm going to take mine and stick it right here. And that's where it's going to go. So we're going to put a drop of glue here. And then we're just going to stick that on just like this. And there's the bow. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set that to the side. So we're going to take some of that felt that we have here. I mean, not felt, but our fur. And I'm going to grab the X-Acto knife. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut down the middle. And then I'm going to cut here. So basically all I'm doing is cutting a little strip out. And now I'm just going to fold it over. And I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to make a mark here. That way I know that I'm getting 2 even pieces. So we have 2 pieces here. So we have 2 pieces here. And I'm just going to fold them over like this. And I'm basically just playing around with it so I can see about where I want to put my little paws. Okay, set that to the side. So we have our two pieces, and this one is a little bit longer than the other one, so I'm just going to take a little off. Like that. I'm just going to fold it, put a little bit of hot glue here. Very carefully fold it. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. Pinch it. And do the same thing to the other one. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. We're going to roll it. And I'm just going to put a little more. Grab a glue stick. Put a little more here. Fold it over like this. Like that. And now this is where I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut this off. Just even it up a little bit. Move that out the way. So we have our two pieces here, and I got a little bit. So once again, our two pieces, and this is the front. So I'm going to just hold this and see about where I want these. And I have to have it facing me. I'm so sorry, but I have to be able to see what I'm doing. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right here, just like that. Actually, I'm going to move that in a little bit. Bring it over here. So we have one here. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm putting a little bit of hot glue in there just to seal it. And then I'm going to put some hot glue here. And we're going to turn this here. And I am going to just stick this right here, just like this. And we're just going to hold it. And I'm just trimming it up a little bit. And this is what we have. Now we're going to go ahead and give our dog a tail. So we have a thin piece here, a strip. And I want my tail to be a little longer. So I'm going to take that. I got a little piece here. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. And then we're just going to fold it over. And then I'm going to bring this back and see about how much I want to cut off. So once again, put a line down like this. And then we're going to fold it over very carefully that you don't burn your fingers. Going to put a little bit of hot glue down through here. So now, put a little bit of hot glue down through here. And you're just going to go ahead and stick this here, and you're going to hold it, allowing it time to dry. And I'm just pulling mine over a little bit, that way it's centered. So hold it, give it time to dry, and there's a little piece of a string that I am going to just cut off. Like that. And now I'm just going to put a drop of hot glue right in that spot. And we're just going to bring this up like that and lean it back. Hold it for a little bit. And there's your tail. Now the last thing, we're almost done. I just got to put in the eyes and the nose. So we're going to be using black felt for the eyes, and this is where your scissors come in at. So I am just going to cut off a little piece. And I think it's time to invest in some new scissors. So I'm going to hold these two pieces, and I am going to just cut and try to get two even pieces. So here's our eyes. And let's see where we want them. Okay, before I do that, let's go ahead and cut some pink for the tongue, and then I'll know about a little more about where I want to put the eyes. So take some of that pink felt, cut a little triangle out, and basically all we're going to do is make a U shape. And you can make the tongue as big or as little as you like. It's really up to you. And here is our tongue. Seriously? There we go. So let's see here. I think I'll put... Okay, so now I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. I have a glue stick. Go across the top like this. And we're just going to find a random place to stick the tongue. That's where we have the tongue. Oh, and I got to cut a piece for the nose. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this black. And I'm going to stick that nose. So we're going to put a little drop of glue right here on that felt. And I am going to put that nose right there. And make sure that is not crooked. And now I need to turn this around so I can see exactly where I want the eyes to go. So I'm just going to pull that up. And then when you make this, you'll decide on where you want your eyes to go, because it does not have to be identical to mine's, because each one I make is done a little differently. No two are the same. And now I'm just going to stick the other eye on. And there we have it. here is our little doggy. Now, if you want to add a little bling, like for his collar or her collar, all we're just going to do is take our bling strip, cut a little piece out, and I'm just going to stick that. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. So we're just going to take this, cut it here, and I'm going to lay this down and to see where I want to put this. Okay. That looked like a pretty good place. So let's see. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue just right across the edge, making sure you don't burn your fingers. And I'm just going to hold this like this. And I'm actually going to use this to hold it so it don't slide around on me. So I'm grabbing my little strip and I am just going to put it here. Hold it for a little bit. Allow it time to dry. And here it is. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera up now so y'all can see. And here it is. Here's the one we just done. And here's my other one. So, yes, like I said, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please feel free to share this with your family and friends. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. So every time I post a video, you'll be notified and you will never miss out. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. And yeah, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button, become part of my YouTube family. And yeah, once again, thank you all so much for understanding why I wasn't making videos last week. It was just a lot going on, but I'm better today. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I know I can't just bounce right back after a loss like that, but one day at a time. And yeah, and crafting actually helps me deal. So there you go. And here they are again. And thanks again for watching this video. I hope you all have a nice night. Bye.